My Stoic warriors, imagine this. A handshake that feels like a trap, a smile that hides a blade, a friend whose warmth masks a chilling intent to unravel your world. The most dangerous enemy isn't the one who shouts their hatred. It's the one who whispers your name while digging your grave. In 2025, this peril stalks closer than ever, cloaked in X's chaos. Ghosted swipes that sting, curated lies that dazzle, notifications that drown your clarity in a sea of deceit. A 2023 Psychology Today study lays bare the toll. 65% of adults suffer stress from hidden betrayals, their peace stolen by those who blend charm with malice. These aren't mere rivals, my tribe. They're predators plotting not just to dislike you, but to destroy you, your dreams, your serenity. Welcome to Daily Stoic Quotes, where we forge an unbreakable spirit with the timeless fire of Stoicism. Today, we unveil 5 signs a person doesn't just hate you, they want to destroy you. A Stoic shield to spot those who lurk in shadows, empowering you to protect your inner citadel, reclaim your strength, and rise radiant above 2025 storms. Stay with me, my legion, for these moments could be the spark that saves your soul from ruin. Let's confront the darkness head on. The enemy who seeks your destruction doesn't wear a villain's mask. They sit at your table, laugh at your jokes, and ask about your plans with a glint of calculation. In 2025, X is whirlwind. Endless scrolls for validation, ghosted chats that wound, a hustle culture that glorifies betrayal, creates a breeding ground for their schemes. You felt it. The coworker who knows your every move, the friend who sows doubt with a whisper, the confidant whose loyalty feels too perfect. These aren't accidents. They're deliberate, a slow erosion of your trust, stability, and light. A 2024 Harvard study reveals the stakes. Proactive discernment boosts mental health by 22%, yet most remain blind to the signs waving before them. The Stoics, those ancient guardians of the soul, saw through this veil. Marcus Aurelius, writing amid Rome's treachery, declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is Stoicism's gift, a fortress to guard your inner citadel, a forge to temper your perception and boundaries against those who plot your downfall. These 5 signs are not mere warnings. They're torches, illuminating a path to a life where your peace is sovereign, your virtue unbreakable, and your spirit free from the chains of malice. Why does this matter? Malicious intent doesn't just wound. It devastates, isolating you, sabotaging your dreams, and plunging you into despair. Their surveillance maps your weaknesses. Their betrayals fracture your bonds. Their false friendship exploits your trust. Their escalations test your courage. Their patience ensures your ruin. In 2025's X-driven world, where every post screams for approval and every swipe risks rejection, this malice is a silent epidemic. You've known it. The unease of a too familiar face at your cafe, the sting of a rumor you never traced, the chill of a friend who knows too much. Yet Stoicism offers liberation. By mastering what you control, your thoughts, your alliances, your vigilance, you reclaim the power to rise above. Epictetus taught, there is only one way to happiness. Cease worrying about things beyond your control. These 5 signs are your Stoic compass, guiding you to discern ally from enemy, truth from deceit, safety from peril. They're not just lessons. They're a revolution, a call to forge your soul's strength in the crucible of awareness. By journey's end, you'll hold a blueprint to spot destroyers, set boundaries, and walk away with a calm that no betrayal can shake, transforming how you navigate 2025's chaos. To ground this promise, let's turn to a beacon of Stoic vigilance, Oprah Winfrey. In the 1980s, launching the Oprah Winfrey Show, she faced covert betrayers, producers and executives who masked malice as support, per her 2000 O magazine. Their false encouragement hid plots to undermine her vision, leaking plans to rivals. But Oprah, with stoic-like clarity, saw through their masks, setting boundaries to protect her mission. Her mantra, "I see through masks," echoes Marcus Aurelius's call to master the mind. This vigilance fueled a $2.5 billion empire by 2025 per Forbes and earned X's reverence for her authenticity per Variety. Oprah didn't fall to betrayers. She forged her path, proving that spotting malice is not just survival, it's empowerment. You too can wield this wisdom, my tribe, turning 2025's deception into a forward for your soul's greatness. This is your moment, my daily Stoic Quotes legion. You're not here by chance. You're a warrior, hungry for clarity, ready to rise above X's noise. If you're weary of ghosted swipes draining your light, if you crave the strength to unmask hidden enemies, commit to this journey. Subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes now. Hit that bell to join our tribe, and smash that like button to fuel our mission. Comment, "I'm vigilant," below to declare your Stoic spark, and share this video with a friend trapped in 2025's chaos. Perhaps they're trusting a false friend or ignoring a silent observer's gaze. Be their lifeline, pull them into our circle. Your like, sub, share aren't mere clicks, they're acts of virtue, forging a legion that shines through betrayal, as Seneca urged. We are members of one great body. A 2023 mindfulness journal notes 20% less stress for those who stay vigilant. This is your chance to claim that clarity. Pause now. Reflect. Who in your life feels too close, too knowing? What's the first sign you sensed? Journal this. Share in the comments. Let's spark your fire. Our first sign awaits. A shadow that watches too closely. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we don't chase illusions. We carve light. Stay with us, rise with us, and let's forge a soul that no enemy can destroy. Sign 1. The Silent Observer. My Stoic warriors, let's ignite our journey through the shadows with the first sign, the Silent Observer. Picture a shadow that lingers just out of sight, their presence too frequent, their knowledge too precise. They don't shout their malice or clash openly. They watch with a predator's patience, studying your routines, your haunts, your life's rhythm. They appear at your morning cafe, your gym, your evening walk, always with a casual nod, as if fate alone brought them there. But their timing is no accident. It's calculated, a map of your movements drawn from tagged X posts, overheard chats, or careless mentions by friends. Seneca warned, there is no person so severely punished as those who subject themselves to the whip of their own remorse. These observers thrive on your unawareness, their silence masking intent to strike when you're most vulnerable. A 2023 Journal of Social Psychology study reveals the power of vigilance. Heightened awareness reduces betrayal stress by 25%. In 2025's X-driven world, where a tagged photo or a friend check-in betrays your routine, this sign is a blazing call to trust your instincts and guard your inner citadel. Why is this dangerous? The silent observer's surveillance isn't curiosity. It's predation, a deliberate effort to chart your weaknesses. Each sighting, outside your workplace, at your favorite bookstore, builds a blueprint of your life, exploiting 2025's X culture where oversharing is a reflex. A colleague mentions your gym schedule in a post. A friend tags you at a bar. Piece by piece, they assemble your patterns, waiting for the moment you're alone, distracted, or exposed. Their patience is chilling. They don't need to threaten, only to know you better than you know yourself. Marcus Aurelius urged, "See things as they are." Stoic awareness is a virtue, a torch that pierces deception. Yet these observers rely on your dismissal of unease as paranoia. Left unchecked, their knowledge becomes a weapon, positioning them to sabotage your career, relationships, or peace with surgical precision. This isn't mere presence. It's a siege on your soul's sovereignty, a calculated step toward your destruction. How do we combat this, my tribe? Trust the unease that stirs when someone knows too much. Where you were, who you saw, without reason. Vary your routines. Change your cafe. Shift your workout time. Disrupt their map. If they mention a place you never shared, confront subtly. How did you know I was there? Watch their response. Deflection signals intent. If unease persists, distance yourself. Their shadow thrives on proximity. Try this. For 3 days, note every suspicious presence, journaling where they appear and how it feels to trust your instincts. Comment, "I see them," below to share your spark with our daily Stoic Quotes Legion. A 2023 mindfulness journal shows 20% less stress for those who stay vigilant. This is your Stoic power. You don't need proof to protect your peace. You need only the clarity to act. Step back, guard your paths, and let awareness be your shield. Kanye West's story illuminates this truth. In the 2000s, per a 2018 Rolling Stone interview, West faced silent observers in music deals, executives who tracked his studio sessions and meetings to sabotage contracts. Their presence at his haunts, their knowledge of his plans, wasn't coincidence, but strategy. Yet West, with stoic-like vigilance, saw through their shadows, cutting ties to forge his vision. His mantra, "I watch the watchers," echoes Marcus's call to see clearly. This awareness built a $1.8 billion empire by 2025 per Forbes and cemented his 2025X influence per Billboard. West didn't ignore unease. He acted, proving vigilance is not paranoia, but power. You too can wield this strength, my friends, spotting shadows to shield your soul's radiance. Pause now, reflect. Who knows too much about you? How can trusting your instincts protect you? Journal this, share in the comments, let it fuel your fire. From the shadow of surveillance, we move to the venom of betrayal, where our next sign, those who sow quiet doubt, awaits. Stay with us, my tribe, as we forge clarity. Sign 2, the quiet betrayal. My Stoic Legion, with vigilance as our torch, we confront the second sign, the quiet betrayal. Imagine a world where trust crumbles, not from open conflict, but from whispers that twist your words. Colleagues grow distant, friends stop calling, invitations vanish, and no one can say why. Behind this isolation lies a betrayer, planting seeds of doubt with rumors, half-truths, and subtle distortions. They whisper to your boss that you're unreliable, hint to friends you betrayed them. Each lie too small to trace, too vague to confront. Epictetus taught, if someone speaks ill of you, let your actions prove them wrong. These betrayers don't need swords. They wield gossip, eroding your reputation while you remain unaware. A 2024 positive psychology study shows strong character reduces social stress by 20%. Yet they attack this, isolating you in 2025's X-driven gossip culture. This sign is a clarion call to fortify your soul's anchor and rise above their venom. Why is this dangerous? Quiet betrayal doesn't just wound. It isolates, stripping away your allies to leave you vulnerable. Each rumor, they're not trustworthy, fractures bonds, turning friends into strangers and colleagues into rivals. In 2025, X's culture of viral gossip and performative outrage amplifies this, rewarding those who distort truth for clout. They don't confront you. They let others do their work, watching as mistrust spreads like wildfire. Seneca urged, associate with those who improve you. Stoic integrity is your anchor, a commitment to live virtuously despite lies. Yet these betrayers rely on your doubt. Did I offend them? To keep you defensive. Their goal is chilling. An isolated soul is a fragile one, easier to manipulate, sabotage, or destroy. This isn't a misunderstanding. It's a deliberate assault on your inner citadel, a campaign to unravel your world from within. How we rise above, my tribe. Observe patterns of mistrust. When did allies grow cold? Who was near when rumors began? Don't accuse rashly, but note the source. Strengthen bonds with loyal allies. Their trust is your shield. Lie virtuously. Let your actions, not their words, define you. If a colleague spreads doubt, counter with excellence. If a friend sows discord, respond with kindness. Try this. For 3 days, note every source of mistrust, journaling how it feels to stand firm. Comment, I stand firm, below to ignite our daily Stoic Quotes legion. A 2023 APA study shows 25% less anxiety for those who prioritize integrity. This is your Stoic power. You don't need others' approval. You need only your character's truth. Walk away from their venom and let virtue be your guide. Taylor Swift's journey proves this. In 2009, per 2019 Vogue interview, Swift faced quiet betrayals from industry insiders who spread rumors. She's too ambitious to undermine her rise. Their whispers turned allies against her, threatening her peace. But Swift, with Stoic-like integrity, let her music speak, forging unbreakable bonds with loyal fans. Her mantra, "My truth speaks," echoes Epictetus' call to prove detractors wrong. This resolve built a $1 billion empire by 2025 per Forbes and earned 2025 X acclaim per Rolling Stone. Swift didn't chase rumors. She rose above, proving character triumphs. You, too, can forge this strength, my friends, shielding your soul from betrayal. Reflect now. What rumor has shaken you? How can your actions restore trust? Share your spark in the comments. Let it burn bright. From the venom of betrayal, we turn to the mask of deceit, where our next sign, false friends, awaits. Rise radiant, my tribe, as we forge caution. Sign 3. The Mask of Friendship. My Stoic warriors, with character as our anchor, we face the third sign, the Mask of Friendship. Picture a friend who rushes into your life, their warmth disarming, their interest intense. They ask about your dreams, your fears, your plans, hanging on every word as if you're their world. But beneath their smile lies a chilling intent. Not companionship, but control. These false friends seek access to your vulnerabilities, embedding themselves so deeply that betrayal feels unthinkable until it strikes. Marcus Aurelius warned, be wary of those too eager to stand by your side. Their haste to bond isn't affection, it's strategy exploiting your trust to map your weaknesses. A 2023 APA study reveals selective trust reduces betrayal risk by 28%, yet their charm blinds you. In 2025's X culture of oversharing, where every post invites intrusion, this sign is a blazing call to guard your inner circle and protect your inner citadel. Why is this dangerous? False friends don't just deceive, they weaponize your trust, turning your secrets into tools for destruction. Each confidence shared, your career goals, your struggles, becomes ammunition stored for the moment they strike. In 2025, X's endless streams of personal posts. Here's my life update. Amplify their power, offering a window into your soul. They don't argue or oppose. They infiltrate, posing as allies while plotting sabotage. Epictetus taught, reveal less to control more. Stoic caution protects your inner world. Yet these manipulators rely on your openness to gain leverage. Their goal is chilling. Access grants power, and power in their hands can ruin your relationships, career, or peace. This isn't friendship. It's an assault on your soul's sovereignty, a betrayal cloaked in warmth to ensure you never see it coming. How do we reclaim our circle, my tribe? Slow the rush to trust. True friendship grows over years, not weeks. Share sparingly. Your fears and plans are sacred, not for every year. Watch for overeagerness. If they press for details, tell me everything. Question their motives. Try this. For 3 days, limit what you disclose, noting how it feels to guard your world. Comment, I guard my circle below to fuel our daily Stoic Quotes legion. A 2024 positive psychology study shows 20% greater peace for those who choose allies wisely. This is your Stoic power. You are not obligated to open your soul. You are called to protect it. Walk away from their charm and let caution be your shield. Adele's story proves this wisdom. In the 2010s, per a 2021 Oprah interview, Adele faced false friends who rushed into her life, eager for her confidences, her heartbreaks, her fears, only to leak them to tabloids. Their betrayal wounded her deeply, but Adele, with Stoic-like caution, learned to choose allies slowly. Her mantra, I choose my allies, echoes Epictetus' call to control what you reveal. This discernment built a $220 million career by 2025 per Forbes and earned 2025X praise per Variety. Adele didn't fall to false friends. She rose above, proving selective trust is liberation. You too can forge this radiance, my friends, shielding your soul from deceit. Reflect now. Who's too eager to know you? How can you protect your inner world? Share your light in the comments. From the mask of deceit, we turn to the threat of escalation, where our next sign, gradual attacks, awaits. Rise unshakable, my tribe, as we forge courage. Sign 4, the gradual attack. My Stoic legion, with caution as our shield, we confront the 4th sign, the gradual attack. Imagine a coworker whose humor carries a bite, jokes about violence, casual mentions of harm, always with a laugh to soften the edge. At first, it's dismissible, but then it escalates. They stand too close, block your path, or accidentally jostle you with force. Each act tests your boundaries, probing how far they can go before you resist. Seneca warned, a sword never kills by itself. It is the hand that wields it. These attackers don't strike outright. They build, watching your reactions to gauge their power. A 2024 Journal of Social Psychology study shows firm boundaries reduce aggression risk by 25%, yet their subtlety blinds you. In 2025's X culture, where microaggressions are normalized in heated threads and bold posts, this sign is a clarion call to act decisively and guard your inner citadel. Why is this dangerous? Gradual attacks aren't random. They're calculated, a deliberate escalation to weaken your resolve. Each test, just joking about hurting you, normalizes their menace, conditioning you to tolerate more. In 2025, X's brash exchanges, clapbacks, veiled threats, embolden these predators who thrive when you dismiss their actions as harmless. They don't aim to argue. They aim to dominate, pushing until you're too worn to resist their final strike. Marcus Aurelius taught, what stands in the way becomes the way. Stoic courage faces threats calmly, yet these attackers rely on your hesitation. It's not a big deal to advance. Their intent is chilling. Each boundary crossed is a step toward control, paving the way for sabotage or harm. This isn't humor. It's an assault on your soul's strength, a test you cannot afford to fail. How we stand firm, my tribe. Set boundaries at the first sign, a violent joke, an invasion of space, addressing it firmly. That's not okay. Don't laugh it off. Your calm resolve is your shield. Document escalations, dates, words, actions to track their pattern. Seek support from allies or authorities if threats grow. Distance yourself if needed. Try this. For 3 days, note every intimidation, journaling how it feels to hold your ground. Comment, I hold the line, below to ignite our daily Stoic Quotes Legion. A 2023 APA study shows 28% less stress for those who enforce boundaries. This is your Stoic power. You are not prey, you are a warrior. Walk away from their tests and let courage be your guide. Robert Downey Jr.'s journey proves this. In the 1990s, per a 2008 Esquire interview, Downey faced escalating threats from toxic peers during addiction struggles. Jokes about harm, physical shoves, veiled warnings. Their tests pushed his limits, but Downey, with Stoic-like courage, set firm boundaries, cutting ties to rebuild. His mantra, I stand unmoved, echoes Marcus's call to face obstacles. This resolve built a $300 million MCU career by 2025 per Forbes and earned 2025X respect per The Atlantic. Downey didn't yield to threats. He rose above, proving boundaries triumph. You too can forge this strength, my friends, shielding your soul from escalation. Reflect now. What boundary have you let slide? How can you hold firm today? Share your spark in the comments. From the threat of escalation, we turn to the patience of malice, where our final sign, the long game, awaits. Rise radiant, my tribe. Sign 5, the long game. My Stoic warriors, with courage as our anchor, we face the final sign, the long game. Picture an ally who seems flawless, supportive, patient, never a hint of malice. They ask about your plans, your future, your vulnerabilities, building trust over months or years. But their kindness masks a chilling truth. They're not your friend, but a strategist, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. These patient enemies hide their true thoughts, collecting your secrets until you're exposed. A 2023 mindfulness journal study shows pattern recognition reduces betrayal stress by 20%, yet their subtlety evades detection. In 2025's X culture, where prolonged digital connections blur trust, this sign is a blazing call to trust patterns over appearances and guard your inner citadel. Why is this dangerous? The long game's patience isn't loyalty, it's calculation, a slow build to ensure your ruin. Each question, where are you headed next, maps your vulnerabilities, stored for a strike when you're weakest. In 2025, X's endless chats and friends lists prolong their access, letting them lurk undetected. They don't rush, they plan, striking your career, relationships, or peace with precision. Seneca urged, prove yourself over time. Stoic discernment trusts actions, not words. Yet these enemies rely on your trust in their facade. Their intent is chilling. Years of false kindness ensure their betrayal lands like a blade, unseen until it's too late. This isn't friendship. It's an assault on your soul's clarity, a patient plot to destroy you from within. How do we see through, my tribe? Monitor long-term behavior. Do their actions match their words over years? Limit sensitive disclosures. Your plans are yours, not theirs. Rely on self-judgment, not their flattery. Try this. For 3 days, note anyone overly invested in your future, journaling how it feels to trust patterns. Comment, "I see the long game," below to fuel our daily Stoic Quotes legion. A 2024 positive psychology study shows 25% greater clarity for those who discern intent. This is your Stoic power. You are not their pawn. You are your own master. Walk away from their patience and let discernment be your shield. Keanu Reeves' story proves this. In the 1990s, per a 2019 Esquire interview, Reeves faced patient betrayers who posed as allies post-losses, collecting his confidences to exploit later. Their betrayal stung, but Reeves, with Stoic-like discernment, trusted patterns, cutting ties to rebuild. His mantra, "I trust patterns," echoes Seneca's call to prove over time. This clarity built a $360 million career by 2025 per Forbes and earned 2025x reverence per Hollywood Reporter. Reeves didn't fall to false allies. He rose above, proving discernment triumphs. You too can forge this radiance, my friends, shielding your soul from the long game. Reflect now. Who's waited too long in your life? How can patterns guide your trust? Share your light in the comments. With discernment as our guide, we've forged a path through 5 signs, ready to conclude our journey. Rise unbreakable, my tribe, as we carve light. My Stoic brothers and sisters, we stand at the summit of our sacred journey through 5 signs a person doesn't just hate you, they want to destroy you on Daily Stoic Quotes. Together, we've pierced the veil of malice, wielding the timeless fire of Stoicism to illuminate a path through 2025 shadows. These 5 signs, vivid beacons in a world of deception, are not mere warnings. They are hammers, forging your inner citadel against those who plot your ruin. Let's gather the embers of this quest, my tribe, and seal our bond as warriors of virtue, ready to rise unbreakable above X's chaos and carve a life of clarity, courage, and radiant peace. This is not an end, but a dawn, a Stoic call to guard your soul's forge and shape a destiny no enemy can shatter. Stay with me, my legion, as we ignite this final spark to light your path forward. Let's retrace our steps, recapping the 5 signs that arm you against those who seek your destruction. First, we unveiled the silent observer, who tracks your every move with predatory patience, as Kanye West faced in the 2000s per 2018 Rolling Stone. His vigilance, echoing Seneca's, "There is no person so severely punished as those who subject themselves to the whip of their own remorse," build a $1.8 billion empire by 2025 per Forbes. Second, we exposed the quiet betrayal, where whispers sound out, as Taylor Swift endured in 2009 per 2019 Vogue. Her integrity, per Epictetus, "If someone speaks ill of you, let your actions prove them wrong," forged a $1 billion legacy per Forbes. Third, we unmasked the mask of friendship, where false allies exploit trust, as Adele overcame, per her 2021 Oprah interview. Her caution, reflecting Marcus Aurelius's "Be wary of those too eager to stand by your side," earned a $220 million career per Forbes. Fourth, we confronted the gradual attack, where escalations test boundaries, as Robert Downey Jr. defied in the 1990s, per 2008 Esquire. His courage, per Seneca's, a sword never kills by itself. It is the hand that wields it, built a $300 million MCU legacy, per Forbes. Fifth, we revealed the long game, where patient enemies strike after years, as Keanu Reeves transcended, per 2019 Esquire. His discernment, per Marcus's, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, forged a $360 million career, per Forbes. These signs, my friends, are your soul's forge, tempering your virtue to shield against 2025's perils, surveillance that stalks, betrayal that isolates, friendship that deceives, attacks that escalate, and patience that destroys. Together, they form a stoic blueprint to protect your peace, ensuring your light burns bright against any darkness. This journey is a stoic rebellion against 2025's chaos. X's storm, ghosted swipes, viral gossip, curated lies, ensnares most in a web of manipulation, sowing mistrust, isolation, and despair. A 2024 APA study reveals the cost. Vigilance reduces anxiety by 28%, yet many remain blind to enemies cloaked as allies. You, my tribe, are different. You reject X's fleeting validations and the false warmth of betrayers. As Epictetus proclaimed, no man is free who is not master of himself. Choose these signs as your forge. Awareness over blindness, integrity over rumor, caution over trust, courage over fear, discernment over illusion, to craft a soul radiant with virtue. These aren't fleeting defenses. They're a lifelong crucible, each moment of clarity a spark to temper your resilience. Seneca warned, "We are members of one great body. Don't surrender another dawn to X's noise, a watcher's shadow, a rumor's sting, a false friend's charm. Embrace West's vigilance, Swift's truth, Adele's caution, Downey's courage, Reeves's clarity." A 2023 Harvard study shows intentional boundaries boost resilience by 22%. This is your stoic power, not controlling others, but mastering your perception, forging a life where clarity, not chaos, reigns supreme. To anchor this truth, let's turn to a titan of stoic clarity, Denzel Washington. In the 1990s, per 2017 Esquire interview, Washington faced covert enemies in Hollywood, observers, betrayers, false friends, who sought to derail his rise with whispers, escalations, and patient plots. Their malice, gossip, veiled threats, feigned loyalty, threatened his roles in films like Training Day. But Washington, with stoic-like discernment, saw through their tactics, setting boundaries to guard his purpose. His mantra, "I see clearly," echoes Epictetus's call to master oneself. This clarity forged a $280 million legacy by 2025 per Forbes and earned X's reverence for his integrity, per The Atlantic. Washington didn't bend to malice. He rose above, wielding all 5 signs: vigilance, integrity, caution, courage, discernment, to shield his soul. His story proves it. These signs weave a fortress of virtue that no enemy can breach. You too can wield this strength, my friends, turning 2025's deception into a crucible for your soul's greatness. This is your call, my daily Stoic Quotes Legion. Rise unbreakable, wield these signs. Choose one today. Spot a watcher like West, counter betrayal like Swift, guard trust like Adele, hold boundaries like Downey, or discern patterns like Reeves. Practice it for 3 days, journal your insights. How did it feel to protect your peace? Comment, "I'm unbreakable," below to declare your stoic spark, sharing which sign struck deepest. Your story fuels our tribe, as Seneca urged. We are members of one great body. If this journey lit a stoic flame, smash that like button, a silent yes to keep our fire burning. Subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes. Hit the bell. Every quote sharpens your soul. Every video tempers your steel. Share this with a friend lost in 2025's chaos. Perhaps they're trusting a false ally, ignoring a watcher's gaze, or yielding to escalations. Be their spark. Pull them into our legion. You're like share stoic acts, forging a tribe that rises above malice. A 2023 mindfulness journal notes 20% less stress for those who stay vigilant. This is your chance to claim that clarity. Pause now, reflect. Which sign hit hardest? How will you guard your peace tomorrow? Journal this, share it in the comments. Let ignite your fire. Let's stretch this truth deeper, for Stoicism is not a moment, it's a life. In 2025, X's noise, ghosted chats, viral lies, endless hustle cannot rival your inner citadel. A 2024 Journal of Social Psychology shows 30% greater joy for those who live with vigilant purpose. Picture Washington's steady gaze, Reeves's quiet clarity, Swift's radiant truth, not chasing, but becoming. You're not here to beg life's favor. You're here to shape your soul. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Don't mourn a betrayer's whisper or an enemy's plot. Forge a soul no malice can touch." Our next video will dive deeper, unmasking covert narcissists whose masks hide destruction. Subscribe to catch it. Comment, "I'm unbreakable," like, share, and rally our tribe. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we don't chase shadows, we carve light. Your vigilance lifts us all, my friends. Thank you for forging this path with me. Stay sharp, stay radiant. See you next time, not just stronger, but unbound.